I'll keep my comments brief. My name is Breno Penichet. I'm probably the newest member here, next to Rhonda. This investigation has created a lot of tension, and I'm one of the loud, retired cops that sometimes do say things that maybe out of line. My biggest problem with this whole thing was the heavy-handedness of the investigation. I've done many internal investigations. When I worked for the state attorney's office, we used to do many. I think that the heavy-handedness was what I had a problem with. I'm the kind of guy that if you ask me something, I'll tell you. I'll tell you the truth. And I do think that this we have to get over this. But I think management have to come to the realization that everybody's different. Not everybody's the same. You can't treat everybody like a cookie cutter. You have to sit back sometimes and realize that people are, come in different packages. And sometimes the inexperience of being a manager is what causes this kind of problems. And I also have a problem with the statement that somebody here did this. We don't know that. That's a statement that hasn't been proven. And until it's proven, we can't say it. And that I take offense to. Because there's somebody saying here that one of us did it. And I'm going to tell you, personally, I told Mr. Morawski in the statement under oath that I didn't do it. And I want to tell you, we don't know who did it. And we don't know what was the motivation behind it. Whoever did it must have been really upset, or there must have been something behind it. So either we get to it and find out what it is, or please stop, besmirching people's good name by saying that somebody here did it. Now, we didn't create this atmosphere. We were not here, or I was not here, what happened before or during this situation. And I don't really care what Mr. Myers and Ms. Sanchez do. But I didn't want to be involved in this situation. And I'm willing to move forward. All I want to do is be treated with dignity and respect. And if I screw up, tell me. I have thick skin. I've been around the block a long time. I'm an old dog. I've been in a lot of fights. But please, just treat me with dignity. Thank you very much.
Any other public comments?
Are there any comments that any of the commissioners want to make about the visit? I mean, I don't remember any allegations.
I don't think we should see anything on the record.
No, nothing in the record on it? 'Cause I didn't see any allegations being made. So we have a motion on the floor. Actually, we have the amendment first that we have to look at.
Could you repeat the motion, please?
Well, the motion, could you repeat the motion?
Oh, no, I made the motion to accept, but I didn't.
To accept, he made the motion to accept
But
the
I think you're right to
recommendations.
say we need to think about
But the amended motion was that we also add a memorandum about who the advocate had reached out to contact. Yes, and just so that we know that was brought to the meeting, to the last meeting, which is where we decided, maybe a memorandum about the process, and that we had tried to reach out to other agencies, the advocate had, and we decided to go with an internal review. And
Well, I think you need to be as thorough as possible. And having listened to the public, I want to thank Mr. Crespo, Mrs. Seymour, Breno, the gentleman in the back. First of all, I think that it's very courageous of you to come forward here today and express your points of view. We live in a country where we are blessed with the ability to not necessarily agree with what happens, and I respect each of your opinions. And I think you brought some things to light, at least for me, and I hope to the rest of my colleagues here, because it's concerning. It really is concerning to me. And I give you my word that I will try to make a difference on this commission to make sure that your opinions are heard and considered. That being said, I do think that the advocate's investigation is something that needs to be made very clearly. Every step that was taken and the responses that were provided. And I apologize, the gentleman in the back.
Rosario.
Rosario, he mentioned that this is something that's apparently, it's a process that the investigators, Breno and others go through in terms of approaching the state attorney and others with. And having known Mr. Cinturino, again, I think that it's very important that we put in details what was done, what was said, and whether it was properly considered. I assume that what the advocate said is true, and I think it's important to make sure that it's clear in the record. So my amendment would be not only just that, I'm not looking for a rubber stamp of, oh, I reached out to so-and-so, but really the thoroughness of the process, how it was done. And if, for any reason, any of the commissioners believe that it wasn't thorough, we need to look into it further. I think it's something we need to